Here's why you should and shouldn't buy a classic car like this. Everyone loves classic cars, and there's so many reasons to buy and not to buy cars such as this. I think we probably should start with pros than cons. Classic cars in general takes you 20-30 years back to the times that you never got to experience. Such cars give you a small idea of what it felt to be living in 80s and 90s, maybe early 2000s. Probably the biggest pro of such classic cars is that they don't have any electronic assists. And now that's 50-50. It's pro and it's con as well. You are fully in control. The car does not control how it's driven. It's all you. It's all in your hands. Another major pro of classic and all cars is the maintenance. The engine and everything with the car was made to be reliable. When these days cars are basically only made to last till the end of the warranty. And they were also made to be simple. They are really simple to fix, they are really simple to work on, and way more reliable. One of the major pros, I almost forgot actually, especially in UK, is insurance. Insurance for classic cars is so cheap. It's so cheap. Normally for like 1.6 you would be paying from 1,000 to 2,000 pounds a year, or even more depending where you live. But something like this, because it's classic, you pay less than 300 pounds a year basically. And that's not it. You know, if it was even older, we're talking classic, I think 40 years old, it has to be 40 years old, you don't even need road tax.
Oh my god! Wow!
And MOT. Road tax and MOT. This guy, even though the insurance is cheap, less than 300, road tax is around 260 as well. So that's not on a cheap side. When it's even older, it will be free of charge. So that's, I mean, no MOT. You don't need MOT or road tax, just insurance. It's basically driving for free. I cannot wait till this guy is 40 years old. Hopefully it lasts. Maybe not with my driving. Hopefully. It should last. And the cons. What is not that great, that the cars were way slower than they are today. And that's where we start talking about the cons. These days, something like this, 1.6 liter, it would have a turbo and it would have 2-3 times more horsepower. And if you think about it, if you're driving on country road and you need to overtake something, overtaking in this, you better start praying. It will do 0 to 60 in around 11 seconds.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
So it's not great, it's not terrible. Sadly the battery died, but at least I have a GoPro to finish this video. Where was I? If you flip this car, do not flip this car. If you are planning on flipping this car, make sure to install a roll bar. This car does not come with roll bar. Even with roll bar, you probably would be cooked anyways, but at least you have some type of chance to survive. So yeah, safety. Even if you don't roll this car, there's no airbags. All you have is seat belts. This car's crash rating is probably negative. Actually, we forgot something. We forgot a big thing to why you should buy this old car. Pop-up headlights. They don't make pop-up headlights anymore because it is not safe for pedestrians, and that's understandable. But with such old car, if you decide to buy it, you have such feature. Pop-up headlights. Everyone loves it. So do I. We also don't even have central locking. What we have is we have a Shrek key or donkey key, and you just put it inside, twist it, it's open. Like I said before, no airbags, no cruise control, no ABS, no traction control, no lane assist, no heads-up display, no safety over your head. However, we have a few features. Electric windows. Even though not all of the MX-5s have these, or most classic cars will just have, you know, the mechanical windows. We also have something interesting here. AC. This has to be the best spec Miata available in the world. Imagine having AC in this car in 90s. What even is the point of AC in this car anyways? If the roof comes down, all the AC will go out if you use it. Wait. I guess when it's too hot, you would just keep the roof up and you would crank up the AC. Makes sense? Another thing is, let's say you break down. Now if you have a new car, you just plug in scanner into the OBD ports, scan the car, it will tell you straight away. Cylinder number 2, misfire, change the spark plug, something like that. With this car you don't have such thing. You'll just have to guess. However, there's not many things that can actually happen, so as long as you change stuff regularly, you should be fine. Maintenance might not be bad. What's the worst with the classic cars is the bodywork, or shall we say the worst enemy, rust. Rust is the worst enemy for such old cars, and oh boy, every single old car will have rust unless you buy a brand new car with 10,000 miles, but naturally it will have rust. This exact Miata model rusts like crazy, but for some reason we have the cleanest Miata in the whole Europe. There's no rust whatsoever, only on stuff like axle, the stuff that no one cares. We probably shouldn't drive it during winter because of the salt, but it. Let's go for a quick drive and talk about another very important thing and a rather big con of such old car, and that would be, as you can see here, don't have much fuel left. And that gives me a good opportunity to talk about the economy. Well, the economy on old cars is horrible. The Miata on the other hand is not that bad, so I think probably the worst of the worst would be the carbureted engine ones. This Miata with 1.6 100 horsepower probably gets like, I don't even know, 20 miles per gallon, which is not bad, but in comparison, the 2 Series that I had, 235i, used to do like 24 miles per gallon, and it had 4 times more horsepower. So you see what I'm talking about? It's not great, it's not terrible. It could be worse. If it was old inline 6 OV8, it would be 5 mpg. With something like Miata, it's still pretty reasonable to daily. And I think that's about it. And these are all the reasons why you should and shouldn't buy a classic car. Old car, let's be honest, a shit box. That's that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next epic video. Have a nice day.